Ever seen a creature that's part lizard, part mole, and resembles a snake or worm? Or a fish with a see-through head showing its organs? And what about a creature that looks like a fried egg floating on water? You might think these descriptions sound like something from a fantasy book, but they're very real, and they live right here on our planet. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Forever Green. Today we'll show you 20 strange animals that will blow your mind. From bizarre body structures to unbelievable survival strategies, these animals are nothing short of miraculous. And stay tuned, by the end of this video, you'll learn about a creature who has a remarkable resistance to cancer and feels almost no pain. You won't want to miss this, so get ready, click subscribe, and let's jump right in. 20. Mexican mole lizard. What would happen if you mixed a lizard, a mole, a snake, and a worm? You'd probably end up with something that looks just like the Mexican mole lizard. Living mostly beneath the ground in Baja California, Mexico, this peculiar animal is about 9 inches long, pink, and only has 2 front legs, which makes it look like someone stopped designing it halfway through. Despite its odd appearance, the Mexican mole lizard is perfectly adapted to its underground lifestyle. Its body is long and slender, allowing it to navigate through tight soil tunnels, similar to a worm. Those tiny forelimbs are not just for show. They are incredibly strong and help the lizard dig and maneuver throughout the earth. 19. Sea pig. Unlike what its name might suggest, the sea pig is not a pig at all. It's a type of sea cucumber found on the deep ocean floor across the world, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Officially known as scotoplanes, these creatures are more adorable than you might expect. With their plump pink bodies and multiple tubular legs that resemble a child's drawing of a pig, sea pigs are the vacuum cleaners of the ocean. They move across the sea floor using their tentacle-like legs to sift through the mud for organic particles. They feed by absorbing mud through their feeding appendages, extracting any edible material as they go. 18. Pacific barrel-eye fish. Imagine a fish with a transparent head and you've got the Pacific barrel eye. The Pacific barrel eye fish, also known as Macropina microstoma, is one of the ocean's most bizarre spectacles. This fish truly looks like something from another world. The barrel eye lives in the deep waters of the Pacific Ocean, typically found at depths of 600 to 800 meters where light is scarce. What's even more fascinating is how its eyes work. These eyes can rotate within its dome, allowing the barrel eye to look straight up through its transparent head to spot prey or predators. 17. Bobbit worm. Meet the bobbit worm, an ocean-dwelling nightmare that might just give you chills. Officially known as Eunice aproditos, this worm can grow up to 10 feet long. The bobbit worm is a master of ambush. It buries itself in the sand with only its powerful and colorful jaw visible. When a fish or any other prey comes too close, the worm strikes with astonishing speed and power. Its sharp jaws snap shut, often cutting its meal in half or pulling the unfortunate creature under the sand. This worm not only hunts effectively with stealth, but also injects a toxin to immobilize its prey, making its meal easier to consume. If you like this video so far, leave a like, and you can also check out 15 creatures that look like they're from another universe on our channel Forever Green. 16. Golden tortoise beetle. The golden tortoise beetle, often overlooked due to its tiny size, is one of nature's most dazzling insects. Residing primarily in the Americas, this small beetle has a domed shell that shines like a drop of golden dew. The appearance of the golden tortoise beetle is as functional as it is beautiful. Its shiny gold-plated shell acts as a deterrent to predators, mimicking a drop of liquid rather than a tasty scrap. When the beetle feels threatened, it can alter the reflectivity of its shell, turning more opaque and less appealing to potential threats. This ability to change color is due to the moisture levels under its transparent outer cuticle, which it can control. 15. Fried egg jellyfish. As unusual as it sounds, the fried egg jellyfish is a real creature that adds a splash of surprise to the ocean's blue. Often spotted in the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean, this jellyfish truly resembles a sunny-side-up egg floating through the water. The bell of the jellyfish is usually around 16 inches in diameter and has a yolk-like structure in the center. surrounded by a clear white fringe that looks like egg white. But don't let its amusing appearance fool you. The fried egg jellyfish is a capable predator. It uses its tentacles to capture and paralyze prey, consisting mainly of small fish and other marine invertebrates. 14. Thistledown velvet ant. Don't let the name fool you. The thistledown velvet ant isn't an ant at all, but rather a cunning wasp in disguise. Found in various regions across North America, these insects are known for their fluffy, brightly colored appearance, which makes them resemble soft thistle seeds or small tufts of cotton. This odd and deceptive look is actually a form of defense, giving predators the impression that they are harmless and not worth eating. The thistledown velvet ant is famous, not only for its appearance but also for its formidable sting, which is one of the most painful of any North American insect. 13. Siphonophore. Now imagine a creature that isn't just one organism, but a whole colony of specialized individuals working together as one. This is the siphonophore, a fascinating and complex string of beings, each with its own specific task. Found floating in the deep seas, these creatures stretch up to 40 meters long, making some of them the longest animals in the world. The beauty of the siphonophores lie in the division of labor. Its body is made up of units called zooids or clones. Each is dedicated to a different function. Some are responsible for catching prey, others for reproduction, and some for defense. Talk about strange creatures. You can also check out our video on 12 strange animals that seem to have come from parallel universes. 12. Honduran white bat. Venture into the heart of Central America's rainforests and you might spot the Honduran white bat, a tiny creature that looks more like a fluffy cotton ball than a bat. These small bats are not only adorable but are also quite ingenious. They have a wingspan of only about 4 inches, and their stark white fur contrasts dramatically against their leafy green homes. What makes the Honduran white bat truly remarkable is its ability to craft shelters out of large leaves. By cutting along the veins of the heliconia leaves, they create a sort of tent that folds down, providing a secure and dry place to roost during the day. These tents protect them from rain and predators and help them maintain a stable temperature to rest in. 11. Satanic leaf-tailed gecko. With a name like that, you'd expect something dramatic, and the satanic leaf-tailed gecko doesn't disappoint. Native to Madagascar, this gecko takes camouflage to an extraordinary level. Its body mimics the shape and color of a leaf so precisely that it becomes almost invisible in its natural habitat. It also positions itself among real leaves where it remains motionless, waiting for unsuspecting insects to come close. When a meal wanders too near, this gecko strikes quickly, making short work of its prey. The satanic part of its name comes from its occasional defensive display, where it opens up its mouth wide to reveal a bright red interior, startling predators enough to make a quick escape. 10. Purple frog. Meet the purple frog, a creature as mysterious as it is unusual. Spending most of its life beneath the surface, this frog boasts a round, bloated body with a small, flat head, giving it a comical appearance that's hard to miss. Its purplish-gray skin blends perfectly with the wet soil of its underground home in India's Western Ghats. What sets the purple frog apart is not just its odd look, but its lifestyle. It emerges above ground for only about 2 weeks each year during the monsoon season to mate. The rest of the time, it lives a secluded life underground, feeding on termites and ants. Its pointed snout and spade-like limbs are perfectly adapted for a life of digging. Number 9. Fossa. The fossa is a creature of mystery and grace, often mistaken for a small cougar or a large mongoose because of its odd appearance. Native to Madagascar, the fossa has a slender body, muscular limbs, and a tail nearly as long as its body, which helps it balance as it moves through the trees. Its face bears a resemblance of that of a cat, but its behavior and physical characteristics are more like those of a mongoose. Despite its size, about 6 feet long, including the tail, the fossa is an agile climber and an effective stealthy hunter. Its diet mainly consists of lemurs and other small mammals, which it pursues both in the trees and on the ground. 8. Kakapoo. Imagine a parrot that prefers walking to flying and looks more like a fluffy green owl than your typical parrot. Meet the kakapoo, also known as the night parrot of New Zealand. This remarkable bird is not only the world's heaviest parrot, but also one of the most endangered. With its soft moss, green feathers flecked with shades of yellow and black, the kakapoo is perfectly camouflaged in the dense forest floors it inhabits. One of the most striking features of the kakapoo is its face, which bears a prominent disc of whisker-like feathers that resemble those of an owl. This helps it sense its environment at night since the kakapoo is nocturnal. 7. Lowland streaked tenrec. Next on our list of odd appearances is the lowland streaked tenrec, found in the tropical rainforest of Madagascar. This small creature might remind you of a hedgehog at first glance due to its spiky appearance, but it's more closely related to moles and shrews. The tenrec's body is covered in black and yellow striped quills, giving it a unique punk rock look that's hard to miss. What's truly fascinating about the lowland streaked tenrec is its method of communication. It uses its quills to produce sound through a technique called stridulation, where the quills are rubbed together to emit high-pitched noises. This is similar to how some insects communicate. 6. Jabiru. The jabiru is a giant stork found in the Americas, from Mexico to Argentina. This bird is one of the tallest flying birds native to its range, with some adults standing nearly 5 feet tall. The jabiru's appearance is striking, featuring a mostly white body contrasted sharply by its black head and upper neck. However, the most eye-catching feature is its large, swollen red neck pouch, which becomes more vivid during the breeding season. In fact, the name jabiru means swollen neck in the Tupi-Guarani language. The jabiru's imposing beak, which can be as long as 14 inches, adds to its odd appearance but is perfectly suited to its feeding habits. 5. Flying fish. Have you ever seen a fish fly? The flying fish turns this fantasy into reality with its incredible ability to leap out of the water and glide through the air. These remarkable creatures are found in all of the oceans, particularly in warm tropical and subtropical waters. Their odd appearance is highlighted by their unusually large, wing-like pectoral fins, which they spread wide open, like a bird's wings once they gain enough momentum from rapid tail movement. What truly makes the flying fish unique is its method of escaping predators. By building up speed underwater and then launching itself into the air, it can glide over the surface for considerable distance, up to 200 meters. 4. Bald yakari. Bald yakari is immediately recognizable by its bright red face and completely hairless head, contrasting dramatically with its fluffy, light-colored body fur. The vibrant red face is actually an indicator of good health. The redder, the better. It's believed that this unusual facial coloration helps yakaris to choose healthy mates. The bald yakari's odd appearance is perfectly suited to its life in the wet, forested environments of the Amazon basin, where it thrives in large social groups. These monkeys are arboreal, spending most of their time in the trees, although their relatively short tails do not aid in climbing as other monkey species' tails might. 3. Tufted deer. The tufted deer is a small, almost secretive creature that might surprise those lucky enough to spot it. Named for the prominent tuft of black hair on its forehead, the deer also sports an unusual feature rarely seen in its kind: fangs. Yes, the males of the species are equipped with elongated canine teeth that protrude over their lower lip, giving them a Dracula-like appearance. These deer are relatively diminutive, standing barely 20 inches at the shoulder, with a soft gray to brown fur that blends seamlessly into their shadowy woodland habitats. 2. Gulper eel. Deep in the ocean's twilight zone, the gulper eel, also known as the pelican eel, makes its home, and its appearance is as bizarre as the depths in which it dwells. Characterized by an enormous mouth and jaw that can unhinge like a snake's, the gulper eel can swallow prey much larger than itself. This capability is complemented by its stretchable stomach, which can expand to accommodate these sizable meals. The gulper eel's body is long and tapering, ending in a bioluminescent organ that it uses to attract prey in the dark depths of the ocean. Its small eyes are presumed to be primarily for detecting light rather than forming clear images. 1. Naked mole rat. At first glance, the naked mole rat might not win any beauty contest, but this little creature is a superhero in its own right. Living in the harsh underground environments of East Africa, this rodent is practically hairless, with wrinkled pink or yellowish skin that seems too big for its body. Its large, bulging teeth dominate its face and are not just for eating, they also serve as tools to dig through tough soil. But it's not just the naked mole rat's appearance that's odd. Its superpowers are what truly set it apart. This little mammal has a remarkable resistance to cancer and feels almost no pain, thanks to a specific gene mutation. It can also survive in low oxygen conditions that would be fatal to many other vertebrae. Moreover, living in large, cooperative groups like insects, the naked mole rat colonies are ruled by a queen, the only female that breeds. These creatures prove that nature has a wild imagination, and even the weirdest traits can be perfect adaptations for survival. Who knows what other bizarre animals are waiting to be discovered? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating adventures from Forever Green.